She gave her son everything, until she realized she was paying for her own disappearance. What happens when a mother finally says no?
When I picked up the phone to ask my son Max when his wedding would be, my daughter-in-law Lena looked me right in the eye and said with a chilling smile, "Oh, we already got married yesterday. We only invited special people." The words hit me like a bucket of ice water. Especial people. I who for 3 years had paid their monthly rent of $500, bought every piece of furniture in their house, and filled their refrigerator when they had nothing to eat. He was not a special person. He stood there in the living room of my own house, holding the phone as if it weighed mil libras, watching my son avoid my gaze while Lena made herself comfortable on the sofa I had bought for them. The pale pink dress I had picked out for her wedding hung uselessly in my closet, along with the new shoes and the illusion of being part of the most important day of my only son's life. I had spent $200 on that dress, thinking about how nice I would look in Max's wedding photos in which I would never appear. For weeks, I had planned every detail. He had put money aside to give them $1,000 as a wedding gift. I had called my sister Diana in Chicago to tell her the good news. He had cleaned my house from top to bottom, thinking they might come celebrate with me after the ceremony. All of that collapsed in a second with those 4 poisoned words. Only special people. Max finally lifted his gaze and said in a rehearsed-sounding voice, "Mom, it was an intimate thing, very small, just the two of us and the witnesses." But I knew it was a lie. He saw the photos on social media. I saw Lena's parents proudly posing next to the bride and groom. He saw her siblings toasting with champagne. I saw Lena's white dress, which I had helped finance with the $800 I had given her last month for her personal expenses. I saw everything I wasn't supposed to see. A week later, exactly 7 days after that humiliation, Lena called me with a completely different voice.
I'm sitting in my kitchen, clutching a stack of papers that changed my entire life. The title documents for the house. The house my son, Marcus, bought, with my life savings. My hands tremble, not from anger but from a sorrow so deep it feels like my lungs can't take in air. I never imagined the truth I just discovered. My bedroom door is slightly open, and through it, I can hear Marcus talking on the phone with his wife, Tasha. His voice sounds bright, full of energy and plans. Plans that I thought included me. "Yeah, babe, everything's official now," he says, laughing softly. "The papers came through today. The house is ours. It's really happening." That laugh, it used to fill my world when he was a little boy. "Your mom's gonna be so happy living with us," he says. "Finally, Miss Evelyn will get her own room with a garden view, just like she's always wanted." Miss Evelyn. Tasha's mother. The words hit me like a brick. That's supposed to be my room. The one with the garden view I'd dreamed about ever since Marcus showed me the listing. I whisper, barely audible, "Me, Marcus? Not your mama?" But he can't hear me. "Nah, babe," he continues. "We already talked about this. My mom's fine where she is. You know how she gets. Always fussing over something. It's better this way, for everyone. Us, the kids, and your mom. A real family. A real family." Those 3 words slice through my chest like glass. I'm the one who sacrificed everything, sold my mother's jewelry, drained my savings, and gave him $25,000 to make his dream possible. And yet, somehow, I'm not part of this real family. Memories flood my mind, 6 months earlier, when he sat across from me at this very kitchen table, wearing that helpless look he's always used when he wants something. "Mama, I found the perfect house," he said. "It's everything Tasha and I wanted. 3 bedrooms, big backyard, great schools for the kids. But I need your help. I just need 25 grand for the down payment. I swear I'll pay you back in 2 years. And of course, you'll always have a place with us." Those words, "You'll always have a place with us," I wrote them in my journal that night. I was so full of hope. After years of feeling like a guest in my own child's life, I thought I'd finally have a home again. Then Tasha's voice slices through the memory. "Did you tell your mom the plans yet?" "What plans?" Marcus asks. "That she's not moving in." The house is just for us and the kids. My mom needs her peace, and your mom, well, you know how she can be. Hard to live with. That's what they said about me. Me, who raised Marcus alone when his father disappeared. Who worked double shifts for 25 years as a receptionist. Who never complained, never asked for anything. I get up and look out the window. Rain drips down the glass like my tears want to. But I don't cry. Not yet. 25 years of saving. 25 years of denying myself small pleasures so I could give my son everything. And now he's decided I'm better off somewhere more affordable. The phone call ends, and I hear Marcus's footsteps approaching. I sit down quickly and pretend to be reading the utility bill. Hey, Ma, he says, kissing my forehead. Everything's set with the house. We're moving in soon, new beginnings, you know? New beginnings. For him, for Tasha, for her mother. Not for me. That's wonderful, son, I say evenly. I'm happy for you. He smiles. That same smile that once melted my heart now feels like betrayal wrapped in warmth. When he leaves, I stare down at the papers again, the legal proof that he owns a $180,000 home, partially paid for by the woman he's shutting out. I fold the papers neatly and slip them into the drawer with my bills, prescriptions, and now, my lost dignity. But something in me shifts. It's subtle, cold, and clear. For the first time in years, I don't feel like crying. I feel like doing. That night, I can't sleep. Instead, I open my old spiral notebook where I usually record my monthly expenses. Today, I write something new, every dollar I've ever given Marcus. The list grows. $2,000 for his old car. $900 for repairs. $4,000 for the kids' school expenses. $1,200 for Tasha's dental work. $5,000 for credit card debt. $25,000 for the house. By the end, the total stares at me, $47,100. $47,000, the price of my love. I pull out a shoebox from the closet, my important documents, my will, my insurance, my savings info. I remember that my will leaves everything to Marcus. My apartment, my pension, my life insurance. Everything. How blind I've been. At 7 a.m., my phone rings. It's him. Morning, Mama. Hey, I hate to ask, but could you help us out with a little something? We're short on cash for the move. Maybe $3,000? Of course. It's always a little something. How much exactly? Just $3,000, for movers and paint. We move next week. Next week. He hadn't even told me. Marcus, I say, when do I get to see the house? Silence. Then his hesitant voice. It's still getting fixed up. We'll take you when it's ready, okay? You don't want to see it messy. And when am I moving in? Longer silence. Mama, Tasha, and I think it might be better if you stay in your apartment for now. Until we settle. You know how stressful moving can be. I stare at the phone. The same man who owes his home to me is telling me I don't belong in it. I'll think about it, I tell him. Mama, please. We need it by tomorrow. I'll call you in a few days. And I hang up. For the first time, my hands shake not from sadness, but power. I open my computer and log into my bank. My balance, $2,500 left. I call the bank. Good morning, says the teller. How can I help you today? I need to make some changes. I want to remove my son from my accounts. And cancel his card. For the first time in a long time, I feel in control. Then I ask about updating my will. They send me info for a lawyer. Over the next 3 days, Marcus calls nonstop, then Tasha, then even the kids. I turn my phone off. When I turn it back on, there are 30 missed calls and a string of texts. Mama, I'm worried. Mrs. Harris, please call us. The movers need payment today. Grandma, are you sick? The last message, from Marcus, says, if this is about the house, we can talk. But please, help us with the move first. Then we'll work everything out. Then we'll fix the other stuff. The stuff being me. That morning, I walked to the bank. The teller, Miss Anderson, a kind woman around my age, greets me warmly. I open a new account. Transfer $10,000 from my main one. Only I will know about it. I ask for paper statements to be sent to a P.O. box. Then I visit the lawyer the bank recommended. A quiet man named Mr. Collins. I tell him everything. The loans, the betrayal, the phone call. Sadly, ma'am, he says, your story isn't unusual. I see this all the time. Would you like to change how your estate is divided? Yes, I say. I want to leave part to charity, especially programs that help older women rebuild their lives. He nods. And your son? He'll get something, but only if he earns it. Afterward, I go to a small diner downtown. I order pan-seared salmon and a glass of white wine. The meal costs $38. I eat slowly, savoring each bite. For the first time in years, I spend money just for me. As I'm leaving, my phone vibrates. Mama, I'm coming over at 4. We need to talk. I walk home calmly, sunlight on my face. When I reach my apartment, I sit by the window, waiting, not with fear, but peace. At 4 sharp, there's a knock. Marcus stands there, Tasha behind him. Mama, thank God you're okay, he says, trying to hug me. You had us worried. I'm fine, I reply. But you've caused me enough worry for a lifetime. What are you talking about? You talked about me, not to me. You decided I was too difficult, too inconvenient, while you used my money to buy your dream. His face pales. Mama, please, that's not fair. Fair? I interrupt. You took $47,000 from me, Marcus. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Tears fill his eyes. We made a mistake. We want you to live with us now. We'll make it work. No, son. You don't want me. You want my money. But I'm done being your bank. He starts crying. Tasha looks at the floor. I think you should leave, I say softly. Mama, please, let's talk. We've talked for years. Now, I'm done. They leave quietly, and I close the door. Leaning against it, I exhale deeply. My knees tremble, but my spirit stands tall. For the first time, the silence of my apartment feels comforting. I walk to the mirror in the hallway. I see a 70-year-old woman who has finally remembered her worth. Who has stopped confusing love with sacrifice. I pick up my phone and call my friend Renee. Hey girl, she says. How's your day been? Eventful, I laugh. Marcus came by. Oh? And how was that? Different. Maybe there's still hope, but I'm done waiting for it. You want some company? I'd love that. As I grab my coat and head to the park, I pass by the mirror again. For the first time in a very long while, I smile. Not the polite smile of a tired mother, but the quiet smile of a woman who has taken her life back.